Age 28 to 35 is the fifth, very creative in its nature. Here you can make associations, if you want, with the zodiac signs. This fifth period is very leonine. It's very much fifth house. Not directly, but associations really can be made because in this particular stage, we're not only supposed to now once and for all on an internal level, but maybe also externally, sever the ties with family, not in a way that we turn our backs to our families in a bad way. Of course, we should stay in touch and maybe even work for a richer relationship with our parents. But now we can hopefully wake up for the fact that our parents are normal people, fallible people like everybody else, and that they are human. We should try to internally make peace with the fact that it's time to stop mythologizing our parents at that age and to try to designate ourselves in a way that will not give us results straight away, but we have to make a step towards our own interests. The Saturn return the first time round is a sorting period. You have to limit your options, otherwise life is going to limit them for you. What I mean by that is, out of all the interests, all the explorations, experiments that were so natural for you to make in a more hectic way during the 20s, now you need to decide what stays and what goes. What are the certain things that you just need to part ways with because you cannot do everything? And Saturn, to the return, to the conjunction, especially in this particular house of the chart in which you have it by birth, you have to make a choice for limitation of activities or of interests for the sake of consolidation, for the sake of being more productive, more focused, and more yourself. Because when we make our personal choices, we have to inevitably say no to many things that obviously we feel don't fit us. Many people say that this is the most important turning point because it's so dangerous if we fail to make that transition, mainly the separation from family, because if we don't, we remain immature in a way that drags us backwards and creates many projections and problems in the next stages later on. So here, at the same time, because it's such a creative fifth stage of Uranus, we have the waxing trine of Uranus. We are very open to breaking ground into something that can give us a new sense of freedom. Many people expect to have achieved a lot up to the 30th year. Even they plan during their 20s to achieve certain things, and I was thinking that if they fail to do that, they would give up the thing. But this is such an illusion. I think we don't explain enough out there now in new generations and young people how important it is to not to expect from yourself to have achieved final categorical success, especially out there in the world, up to your 30th year, but to actually start working on that after that period. And even not these first 7 years of it. These first 7 years are just the foundation. More planning, experimenting. Yeah, you have a concrete thing in your mind already, or several concrete things in your mind. But again, don't push yourself to see visible social success. Because social success before the 30s is normally not based on authentic personal contribution. It is more based on your natural skills, something that you were born with or you learned through your social education. But so much conditioning is mixed up with that. So much imposition of the values of other people and society. And that is not the real you. The real you has the chance to emerge, to get born in this second period. And it's an opportunity to wake up for a vision. The vision is important, not the physical achievement, not just yet. You're going to have 30 years from now on to make that vision a reality, adjust it over the course of the next phases, and there will be corrections, there will be steps back. But if you can get in your mind a Uranian vision born of some kind for your own future, this is really the moment to make a step in that direction. And that can make all the next steps more meaningful and full of experiences which are following up to that vision. There is another important thing that's going on during that period, and that's the return of the progressed moon to its original natal position. So that's where the two cycles coincide. We saw that Saturn takes about 30 years. Here we are at the Saturn return. And a little bit before that, so around the 27th and a half, 28th year, we are starting this opportunity second birth period with the progressed moon also supporting our effort to become somebody independent, now on an emotional inner level, by also beginning a new cycle around the same time. So that's a lot going on during these several years. Many astrological cycles coming together, acting at the same time, and some of them are trying to limit us, Saturn, for our own good. Others are trying to wake us up for unusual, brave steps in directions which we might not even have dreamt of making. And there is also, on an inner level, looking at the progressed moon, the chance to now see, having traveled through all the signs of the zodiac and exploring how you feel in different situations. This is the second round of that exercise. And hopefully now you can control it a little bit more. Saturn is taking over the progressed moon during the beginning of the second cycle of Saturn. Why taking over? Because we were so much more creatures of the moon when we were younger, and especially in those cases when Saturn doesn't cross the first house cusp, the ascendant, until you are in your 20s. But that means that the moon was more powerful. Now we have made one full circle with the moon, one full circle with Saturn, and I think at least they're either getting equal roles now, or we can hopefully use our own Saturn, our own inner core, inner stability and integrity more consciously from now on, so that we are not in the grips of temporary moods or primal fears or situations when we have to test our endurance out there in the world, and we might be at the brink of giving up because emotionally we simply cannot hold the pressure. Saturn, if it has developed appropriately in the previous cycle steps, is now giving us additional strength to navigate our own life.